Yo, life is strange here, and today we're going down the rabbit hole of one of hip-hop's darkest secrets. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Okay, so this is interrogation footage of Jonathan Odie, the man who was responsible for the Trump Doral shooting that occurred about 5 years ago. I know, y'all are like, what does any of this have to do with a dark hip-hop secret? Well, in this interrogation footage, which mind you happened 5 years ago, he mentions Diddy and Cassie's name and a bunch of other black Illuminati type stuff. I'm finna roll the footage, but shout out to the Real World Police for the footage. I'll link them down below.
So you don't have
Found in the United States?
Yeah.
Just my dog Bubbles. My service
dog?
Yeah. Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden that.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself
Yeah.
these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean, okay, against Donald Trump, okay, because he used to belong to their side. You understand? He used to belong to that illuminated group that I told you about, which is an elite group, okay, of individuals which run the whole country.
Alright. Alright.
Basically, what I did you tell him did you explain to him about the message? Or
Please. Elaborate.
On Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence and I took the American flag, I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system of friends. Okay? Donald's still blind because he thinks that he let Hillary off the hook and she's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying, okay. Keep going.
It ain't like that. The CIA and them, they want to do the same thing that he did to JFK, okay?
Alright.
Why? Because they want the United States to fall. They've already been creating a state of chaos and confusion in the United States, and they want the United States to fall. Donald was against their agenda and won the presidency, okay? He did get help from Russia. He did get help from the Saudis. He also got help from a lot of Republicans in here, which is the electoral college vote. And he got a lot of support from Republican people, okay? The elections, yeah, they weren't fair, but he wanted the electoral college vote.
Right.
Which is the Republican vote, basically, got him through, okay? He didn't get the popular vote, okay?
Right. I hear you. Keep
So basically, the interior, he made it. He's president-elect by the Electoral College. So he made it. The situation is that he still hasn't kicked out the corruption from the system. He's letting them stay due to money, basically, because they all like making money. That's why they're all billionaires, etc. So there's only there's select few that run the country, okay? So I know you may or may not. I know you're gonna believe me.
Now I want us to all keep in mind, this interrogation footage is from about like 5 years ago, way before these Diddy allegations came to light. So I know a lot of people want to just say everything this dude is saying is crazy, but where there is smoke, there is fire. This man is claiming to have had 15 encounters with Diddy and Cassie, and his story about Diddy sitting back jerking it paused during the freak offs while another man has sex with Cassie is literally the same story Cassie came out saying not too long ago. And this man said this 5 years ago. I don't know about the black Illuminati, the whole boule thing as he calls it, or about Ross and Khaled, but everything he's saying about Diddy we've heard from Cassie. So it just makes me think, does some of the other conspiracies this man is saying have some weight? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this.
How do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything. Okay.
All right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did. Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible, I'm not sure. Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes.
Now, let's just step back from everything crazy that the man said and just think logically. And the crazy stuff I'm referring to is everything except the things he said about Diddy for now. Okay, so everything he said involving Cassie, I'm inclined to think is more than likely true. I mean, they just settled for a ton of money. And like I said, this man is saying this about 5 years before anything would come to light. But something I find interesting is how he refers to himself as a sex slave. And that he was a fly on the wall pretty much for a lot of Diddy's business calls. Now, just think, let's go down the rabbit hole. We've all been flies on the wall, right? We've all heard things we were not supposed to just by being around or at the right place at the right time. So how unlikely is it really for the things this dude is saying not to have some truth to it? Man, this shit is really messing with my head. But I also want to add in one of DJ Academic's takes on this whole situation because I really liked it. And also shout out to DJ Academics because this man is flying really high to the sun right now covering this.
Now, I'm not a cynicist at all. And I'm usually on the opposite side of any type of conspiracy theory. But if I'm supposed to believe 1 ounce of what this guy is saying, and by the way, he gives me a reason to believe 1 ounce of what he's saying because he's saying something 5 years before we ever found out that that thing was going to be alleged about the same person we're talking about now. I'm talking about Diddy. Cassie alleges that they were in freak-offs. Random men having sex with her. He's jerking off in the corner. He describes this 5 years ago. So if I'm giving him a little bit of merit for that, even though he goes on to talk about a bunch of other things, which I might be like he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over, it might be a little crazy with. But let me see if I'm giving him a little bit of credence. If I'm listening to this guy right, what he's pretty much describing in totality is that Diddy is a part of this secret society. He's saying the Boule. He's saying this is top level secret society like Illuminati shit. Diddy is someone who brokers these deals for other people. Diddy has been connected to these lawyers that's helped him in his business affairs, but these are the guys who got the ties to politics, which he did a political or seemingly political crime. So if I'm supposed to believe this, which I'm going to go down a route, which this is all alleged here, people, is it fair to assume that if we're saying that Diddy's getting exposed and he's been thrown to the bushes by whatever, and if we're to be thought that he was protected for years by NDAs, settlements, and all these things of the sort. And all of a sudden, in 2023, he doesn't get a settlement until it's public, which is already gone to left. And now everybody's kicking him out of the boat. Perhaps Diddy crossed, or Diddy did something that would offend the higher ups in this boule or this Illuminati, which, again, I'm going to keep saying as my disclaimer, I don't really all the way believe this, so this is just an allegation. But is it reasonable to think that maybe Diddy did something to piss off one of these high people, and these people pretty much orchestrated for a public lynching of him, which would be his reputation, and it would start with this whole freak-off? That's what this guy, if I'm supposed to believe what he's saying, they kicked Diddy out the whip. Because the reason why he keeps bringing up Diddy, he's saying Diddy's brokering deals. Hear what he says.
They've been doing, my attorneys here, Mace Laura, they've been doing business. They've been getting referrals for years after I cut the deal with Diddy.
They've been doing business and getting referrals for years after cutting the deal with Diddy.